Alright, there we go. Workout done. Lunch is done. Let's get to it. We are back to the Zone of the Enders. Past left us these 4 keys to unlocking the truth. But that's not all. There are 4 keys in the present as well. And when all the questions have found their answers, the final trial will begin. But first, we must chase the truth through then and now. Think of it as a game. I still think... Oh, hey. How's it going, Phoenix? I still think it's utter bullshit that fucking Gavin just checked the rifling marks. It's like, oh yeah, this is from the same kind of gun, but didn't actually bother to check, you know, to see if it matched the gun even after the trial, because it would make it very obvious who shot the bullet. Also, the torn page is such a lame trap. What a load of horse shit. Anyway, I, Phoenix Wright, will be your guide through this game. That terrible trial saw me present forged evidence. It ended, half finished, when the defendant vanished. What became of me after that? As your investigation proceeds, the answer will become clear. Oh, and one more thing. There is something I must tell you. As Apollo Justice has his bracelet, so too do I have my own weapon of sorts. My Magatama. What does it do, you ask? That I would have you see for yourself. Well now, shall we begin? Use Q and E to jump between the past and present. But let's begin 7 years ago, in the past. It is right after my last trial came to an abrupt end. Now that you know the game, let's play. The nightmare trial was over. The new nightmare of figuring out what had happened had just begun. I wanted to wake up, to walk away. But I figured I'm the only one who could do this, probably. And besides, I had plenty of time. Thanks to the Bar Association Review Board's decision. It's hard to work when your attorney's badge has been taken away. What strange sight doth mine eyes behold? Ah, look at him. He is in the detention center. Excuse me? 2 men on either side of a single transparent pane. It seems fickle fate has switched sides, so to speak. The forger of fakes walks freely, while the innocent languishes within these plexiglass confines. There's been no proof that I forged anything, nor proof that I took the life of my dear mentor. Yet, these chains cannot hold me for long. The stage awaits. And what, may I ask, awaits you? A little piano and a cold little hole in the wall. But since you're here, what shall we discuss? The shooting of Magnitude Gramarye for once. Gramarye for once. Gramarye for one! Oh my god! Who pulled that trigger? Valent? Or his partner Zach? The His partner vanished before the answer could be found. If I'm going to get any closer to the truth, this is the place to start. Oh no! I can't present badge! I'm badgeless! Mr. Valent, could you look at this for me, please? Yes, I accept your challenge. Well, challenge, huh? You want me to make it float? Disappear? Or shall I simply eat it? I didn't come here to play games, Mr. Valent. Or watch you do tricks. Tell me about a small syringe. Never mind. Lotta, not interested in any of the evidence. Let's talk about the gun. Nope. Alright. He simply does not care about evidence. Sure. Yo, but how's the guard doing 7 years ago? That guard keeps stealing glances in this direction. Scratching his head. Maybe our resident magician showed him a trick or two. I have to hand it to my partner. He knows how to make an exit. That's talent. Yes. Made my attorney's badge disappear, and he never even touched it. Glory's spotlight always leaves someone weeping in the shadows. Yet his very disappearance is itself a revelation. Revealing what? Zach Gramarye killed Magnify. It's as good as signed a confession. That's certainly been public opinion's take on it. I grow tired of my cage. And the time of my release is near. I must go and prepare. Planning on jumping back into the magic right away? As long as an audience waits with bated breath, there will be Valent. And also, yes? Now that my partner has disappeared, Magnify's repertoire is mine. Valent Gramarye has a tradition to uphold. Is that true? Seen in this light, the trial was quite good to me, verdict or no. And you can't pay for that kind of publicity. The suspicion on you hasn't lifted entirely, Valent. After all, you received one of those letters too. You were just as obligated to follow Magnify's instructions as your partner. So I was, but only Zach Gramarye followed them. Let us not speak any more of who shot what. Now that my partner has vanished, the question is moot. I'm more interested in learning something else, actually. What might that be? I want to know what Magnify had up his sleeve. How could he coerce you and your partner to kill him? The trick up his sleeve? Perhaps you do not know. Know what? A great magician never reveals his secrets. Here we go! Cyclops! I didn't think it would be that easy. The audience must remain forever in the audience. Bathing in the reflected glow of the spotlight. My Magatama, one of my most prized possessions which I got during a certain case. It can show me the locks on people's hearts. And if I can unlock their hearts, they'll tell me their secrets. The Magatama starts it all. And the Magatama ends it. Present Magatama! Let's see what we can pull out of you. I probably don't have the evidence needed for it. Flying by the seat of my pants on this one. There must be a path leading from the evidence to the truth. And that's what I'm going to find. To ask someone to take a life, even one not long for this world, that's asking someone to commit murder. Yes, our mentor was fond of dramatic moves. And dramatic finales. And he got his wish. His life was taken. What weakness could be so powerful as to coerce someone into committing murder? My guess, it was a matter of life or death. Care to explain? Your troupe lived in a world of showmanship. The flashier, the better. And flashy so often means danger, doesn't it? Let us make this as painless as possible. If you have proof of this danger, then show it. Why, that's one of ours! Specially designed for your show, I gather. A single bullet. One shot. What are you suggesting? We're magicians, Mr. Wright, not murderers. I'm not crying murder, Mr. Valent. I'm crying something far more tragic. An accident. Zack and Valent's quick draw shoot 'em. How long has it been since those shots were last heard? Was the shoot 'em cancelled because someone might get hurt? Of course. What other reason could there be? Well, it could have been cancelled because someone had already been hurt. Fascinating, my Faustian forging friend. But tell me, what can you prove with a single pistol? Well, tell me what would have happened if there had been an accident. What if one of your bullets took a life on stage? Performance of magic is not concerned with what-ifs. It's concerned with precision. Precisely who do you claim we shot? Looks like I've chosen the right path. Let's just hope he walks it with me. A life was sacrificed so that the show might go on. And this shows who it was. I don't got shit for this. I may not have enough evidence right now to pull this off. Maybe it's time to do a little more legwork. End inquiry. The lobby number 2. 7 years ago. Didn't think I'd be back here for a while. I didn't want to have to remember that day. Look at this shady guy. When I came here on that fateful morning, I still had my badge. Now, I can amputate a limb. I can still feel it itching. Where do I start? I don't even have the authority to investigate. Hey, you there, sir! Down on the hands! Floor on your head! Now, now, now! What's the big idea? Yo, it's Meekins! My ears! No unauthorized personnel. Oh, no unauthorized personnel aren't allowed in here. But that would mean all unauthorized personnel are allowed. Zoink. I just say it like it is, sir. And it's usually wrong. Thrown out of the precinct, lost my friends, my girl, and even my wallet. We've met before, haven't we? On a case 2 years ago? No recollection of that, sir! Huh? For me, working on a case is always the present progressive tense, sir. There is no past. There is only now, sir. Oh, okay. Oh. You're the bailiff, right? Yes, sir. Court bailiff Mike Meekins at your service, sir. I've asked to meet with the bailiff at this court who let the magician escape. Let me try to make this as absolutely clear as possible for you, sir. It was me! Sir, but you were a regular police officer once, right? Sometimes bad things happen to good people, sir. Something tells me it's a long story. Let's not go there. So, you were in charge of security at the time of the vanishing? I'm dying over here! Oh, it's a hard knock life, sir! Thrown out of the precinct, lost my friends, my girl, and even my wallet. Guess I wasn't the only victim. Present lack of badge! What's up, Meekins? The last time we met, you were a police officer, right? In fact, you're still wearing your uniform. Sir, I wish I didn't have to tell you this, but last year, tragedy struck in a rising star at the precinct. I lost my case files 4 times in 3 days! They fired me! That takes real talent, actually. They don't know what they're missing. So here I am, sir, forced to start from square one, a lowly bailiff. But your uniform, I took it with me as a souvenir the day I was fired. That can't be legal. So you were the one who let the magician get away that day. I'm dying over here. A star rises among the court bailiffs, full of hope. Then tragedy strikes. Is there anything you can do? Is there anything you can tell me about it? About Zach Gramarye's disappearance? Oh, the humanity! That's enough of that. Why, yes, I'd say it was around 2 p.m. when I heard a commotion in the court. I opened the door to see what might be amiss. The door slams open, slam! And some guy's face is right there in front of me. Face! So, you saw someone suspicious coming your way. Yes, and I, being a bailiff of little standing, gave chase. I chased that silk hat all the way down the hall, sir. I have a diagram of the court building right here. Aha! There's courtroom number 7. That's where I was, sir. All by myself. Nary a friend to call my own. Okay, and which way did Zach Gramarye run after bursting through the courtroom door? Look at that silk hat! He went up like this, around the corner like that. So I, with no delay, hugged the wall, ran after him with no delay. When I turned the corner, I saw that magic man run into the defendant lobby. Swiftly, I ran. Following him, I threw myself boldly into the room. I remember it I remember it like it was right here, because it was lobby number 2, sir. You ran into this room? Huh. I don't see any place to hide in here. Believe it or not, sir, I didn't believe it. Here, in this room, the magician, gone! Vanished like a puff of smoke. Except there wasn't even any smoke! He was just gone! That's impossible. Yes, that word! Oh, how many times I've said that word! Even the sound of it causes me indescribable pain. I'm dying. I'm dying over here! Oh, okay! I won't say it again. Promise. But, you have to admit, it's difficult to vanish into thin air. Did you search the lobby? I searched. Why the pause? There was nothing here at all, sir. That's right. Nothing was here, sir. How can you talk so loud and still be hiding something? So Zach was in this room when he vanished. Absolutely, sir. I saw him with my own eyes. That red silk hat, that flowing cape. He ran right in here, right inside this room. Silk hat, cape. That's Zach, all right. But, sir, look at this room. There's not a single place to hide. Sir, there was nothing I could do but nothing, sir. What about now? Have any ideas? Sir! Ideas about what exactly, sir? If you don't mind me asking. You've had quite a bit of time since then. Has nothing occurred to you at all? Do you have any idea what trick he might have used to disappear like that? Yo, 2 locks! Cyclops. Should have known. Why are you withholding secrets, Meekins? Okay, Mr. Meekins. What do you know? Spit it out. Hey! What's with the atmosphere in here all of a sudden? You know something, and I'm going to find out what. Zach Gramarye vanished from this room. How'd he do it? How, sir? Well, sir, I can't say Sir? Why are you so nervous if you aren't hiding something? Well, sir, You see, at the time, sir, I was here and... Listen, it was impossible! What could such a little girl possibly do anyway? What did you just say? Sir, did I say something, sir? No, you screamed it through that megaphone of yours. There was someone else in the room, wasn't there? Sir, I'm going to have to revoke... I'm going to have to invoke my right to remain in a state of not talking. It's okay, Meekins. You don't have to tell me who Zach's accomplice was. I know who was in here that room that day. Here in this room that day. Sir, sorry, I've never seen that girl until just the other day. Mr. Meekins, I'm not buying it. Sir, that day, she was here in the room, sir. But he wasn't! You mean, you chased her into this room, not him. Sir, in my days as a police officer, literally days, I learned a thing or two. Oh my god, literal days? Okay, just one thing. But it was how not to mistake a girl for a 7-foot-tall magician. Holy shit, he's a giant. 7 feet? Zach isn't that tall, is he? You have a point. I find it hard to imagine that anyone would mistake a little girl for Zach Gramarye. But you saw this something, and therein lies the trick. I think you know what it was, Mr. Meekins. Tell me, does this trick look familiar? I don't have it. Damn it. A little more legwork. Two weeks has passed since then. I called her into my office. Trucy, there's something we need to talk about. It's been 2 weeks since your father disappeared. We need to start thinking about your future. I did some calling around. This is hard to say, but you have no living relatives. So, I was wondering if you wanted to stay with me for a while. Just until your daddy comes home. It won't be long. I hope. Of course, it's totally your choice. If you don't like it here, you can go wherever you'd like. I could look up some places you might like to stay at. Oh, this is so weird. Mr. Attorney, Daddy told me about you. Said I could trust you. Huh? Really? So if I stay here, does that mean you'll be my family? Huh? I guess so? Getting weirder. Mr. Attorney? Actually, why don't you call me Nick? Or you can call me Daddy if you'd like. Doesn't have to be today or anything. Okay, say Daddy. That was quick. Yes? If I move here, I have to switch schools, right? I was thinking, I haven't paid for lunches at my last school for a year. So, thanks, Daddy. Oh, and this office? It's a little blah. A little color goes a long way, you know? Oh, and Daddy, you got fired from work, right? Don't you worry one bit. I'll work twice as hard. We'll make it through this. Trucy, how old are you? Oh, I'm 8. But don't let appearances deceive you. I'm a young professional. Stick with me and you'll do just fine, Daddy. Thanks. I just feel like she's already in charge. I don't have a badge to present. My badge. So, Daddy, you got fired from being a lawyer, right? You could at least kind of look aside or something when you say that. It's actually kind of hard for me, for Daddy. Oh, I'm sorry, Daddy.
Wait, is that foolish pride? My other daddy always used to talk about that.
Actually, that's pretty accurate.
So here's my idea. We'll make a new office. Law just seems so stiff, doesn't it? No one will be my friend at school that way.
Well, that won't do, I guess. I just don't know I don't know much about anything other than law. Or even much about law, if you were to ask some people.
Maybe the problem is calling it an office. We should run an agency instead.
You mean, like a talent agency? Forgive me for asking, but doesn't that require talent?
You've got me, don't you? I'm a professional.
A professional?
Yep! After all, I am directly descended from the famous Zach Gramarye.
Directly descended? He's your father.
Oh, and now I'm directly descended from the famous Phoenix Wright, too.
I think an 8-year-old just massaged my ego. Can you tell me a bit more about your daddy, Zach Gramarye?
Daddy? Sure thing, Daddy.
Which daddy was that again?
Daddy's so amazing. The biggest star of the troupe Gramarye, and they're big.
The Gramaryes. They're on television a lot. I haven't seen them on much recently, come to think of it.
Big magic happens when you put Zach and Valent Gramarye together, you know. Once they made a giant waterfall right there on stage, and this giant trout swam up the giant waterfall.
Let me guess, there was a giant fisherman waiting for him at the top?
I wish I could have seen more of Daddy's magic.
Oh, I shouldn't have brought it up so soon.
I wonder what happened to me with Daddy and Mommy both gone.
Mommy? Yeah, what about Mommy? I haven't heard anything about Trucy's mother.
But I have my magic, and a great daddy, even if he is unemployed. You know, I think things are gonna be okay.
I wonder if she'll talk to me about her mother. So, Trucy, you're a professional?
Yes! It's like that thing they say. Baby frogs grow up to be frogs?
They say that?
I always thought it was funny, though.
What was?
Aren't baby frogs called tadpoles? Like if you thought it would be easier to understand that way for kids. How stupid.
Right. So, in conclusion, you're a professional magician, Trucy?
That's right. Well, wanna see a trick?
You're going to do a magic trick? Please, show me. Actually, I would like to see your trick. The future of the agency depends on it, after all.
That's the spirit. Ready? Here goes. Ta-da!
Hey, folks, it's Mr. Hat. I gotta say, it's good to be seen. Whoa, that was startling.
The amazing Mr. Hat. Isn't he great?
Your friendly neighborhood Mr. Hat at your service. He certainly makes an impression, doesn't he?
I'm so glad you like him, Daddy.
Though my routines do get a bit heady at times. Get it? Heady. My friendly neighborhood Mr. Hat nearly gave me a heart attack. There he is, the amazing Mr. Hat. Startlingly realistic. Could you tell me about your mommy, if it's okay?
Mommy was so pretty. She was like an angel up on stage. An angel up on stage.
On stage, you mean with your daddy?
Yup. She was always there with Zach and Valent, smiling. But then she went away.
Went away?
It was a grand illusion, but she made a mistake. She vanished. And I guess she didn't know how to get back.
Maybe so.
I cried then, a lot. That's when Daddy gave me this. Here.
This is your mother? She's beautiful.
Her name's Thalassa Gramarye.
Poor girl. I didn't know her mommy had gone missing. Now her daddy's vanished too, right before her eyes.
Hey, Daddy, you won't...
Don't worry. I won't vanish, I promise.
Right! You can't even do magic. You're like a backup plan. Daddy always said to have a backup plan.
I guess all I rate of as is a backup plan. But at least I'll be here for her. I think that's probably enough for today. Sorry to ask you so much all at once like that.
It's okay. After all, we're family. I just hope you're ready. The right talent agency opens tomorrow.
What? But are we representing anyone?
Me and you. That makes two, Daddy.
I think you need more than that to make an agency. Besides, you may be a magician, but I'm no talent.
Oh, I'm sure there's something you're good at.
Well, when you put it that way...
You mean you don't have any tricks? No old standbys? This will not do. A boy should always have a trick or two in his pocket.
Okay, I'll think of something.
That's the spirit. See you bright and early tomorrow, Daddy.
Welcome to the team, Daddy-O. The team. Right. Sometimes when magicians vanish, they leave something behind. That's how Trucy became Trucy Wright, my daughter. To be honest, I was pretty lost those first few days. Thinking back on it, it was a pretty dark time in my life. But Trucy, happy, smiling Trucy, she was my light. Checkbox. Well, I have something for Meekins. Present Magatama! It is time to zoom. Yeah, get off my damn screen, Meekins. It was a small child. Look at her. See a Cyclock number 1. You mean this thing? Meekins? Oh my god. What's that? That girl's favorite trick, the amazing Mr. Hat. She uses it in her show down at the Wonder Bar. Have you been to the Wonder Bar? So, it wasn't a waking dream, was it, sir? Come again? That night on stage, I saw a vision. Except, it wasn't a vision. It was a hat. An amazing Mr. Hat! He really exists! What was the voice I gave him again? I think it was just normal. Oh well, unlock successful. I remember it clearly, though the details are a little vague. Zach Gramarye exited the courtroom. I gave chase and cornered him in the corner room, sir. Zach Gramarye, don't even think you're gonna escape Meekins! Down on your hands, floor on your head! Hello?
Something the matter, mister?
No, that is, Sir! I'm currently chasing a suspect, sir! Zach Gramarye, do you know him?
Oh, I love Zach Gramarye. His magic is the best. I'm his biggest fan.
I see. That's why you're wearing that costume you're wearing. Anyway, the very same Zach Gramarye came into this room. I'm just gonna throw in the Gramarye there.
But no one's been in here except me.
But he has to be in here somewhere. Under the sofa, in the trash can, behind the painting, under the rug. So, Trucy was his accomplice. Imagine my astonished surprise when, 1 week later, I just happened to walk into a bar and see... him. Mr. Hat. I couldn't believe my own eyes. For a while, I thought it had been a long dream. A dream that lasted a week. But it wasn't the magician who disappeared. It was Mr. Hat. Though it seems complex, what really happened that day was quite simple. You were standing by the door, and out came Zach. But that wasn't all. Another person got in on the act, and she was standing in front of lobby number 2. Look at that tiny hat! Along with Mr. Hat. And that's the beauty of it, isn't it? So, While you're standing in shock and amazement, the magician rounds the corner and, most likely, runs through the closest door into lobby number 1. This is where you come in. You turn the corner in rather lukewarm pursuit, and at that very moment, Trucy runs into lobby number 2. Then all she had to do was tuck away the amazing Mr. Hat. Sir, I only lost sight of him for the briefest of moments. Then I saw that cape! Zach Gramarye's red cape fluttering like a cape! Astounding, sir! All my days of posing queries and making inquiries and chasing quarries wasted! It was as if I could see them melting away like an ice cream cone left by the side of the road to die, or the scattered remains of a messily eaten chocolate parfait. Such sweet sorrows. I'm sorry. I had no idea how much you'd suffer on account of this case. It's an honor, sir. I've apologized to people many, many times. Sometimes more than once. But this is the first time anyone's ever apologized to me! Actually, oh god, fucking my ears. About that girl, I'm sort of her guardian now. Is that so? Sir, you should know that I harbor no ill feelings whatsoever in my harbor. Okay. I let the defendant escape. That's the stone-cold truth. Just another step on my way from singing the blues to wearing the blues. Someday, sir, I'll be standing side by side with a great detective gumshoe. Mr. Meekins, this is a free ticket to the show at the Wonder Bar. If you want, it's an honor, sir. Sir, I can't count the number of things I had taken from me, sir. But no one's ever given me anything for free. Right. I'll see you in court next time then, sir. I look forward to it. Too bad, I lost my badge. So seeing me in court next time is either gonna be me, arrested and on trial, or as an attorney again. You never know. All eyes were on Zach Gramarye that day in court, until his mysterious disappearance. Now part of the mystery's been revealed, but the magician remained out of sight. It would be 7 years before I met him again. I hear a dog howling in the background. Mom and Dad are out. Oh, hey, look at that, Borscht Bowl Club. Oh, I'm sure I could go over there, but let's do this first. 7 years ago. Wow, this place is a lot more humble looking. I figured you'd come here sooner or later. I decided on sooner. Drew Misham, was it? I haven't done anything illegal. And I didn't come here to whine about past events. I wanted to ask you some questions. I suppose you have that right. That day, the entire court descended into chaos. Only you stood still, your eyes calmly watching. I admit, it made quite an impression on me. I'm used to finding myself in outrageous situations. Phoenix Wright, was it? I'll answer what I can. I'm not sure, but feels like I'm being watched. Tensely. This is my daughter. Vera, say hello. See ya. She's gone. She is gone. Shall we begin then? What's up, Mr. Misham? Judging from this place, you're a painter? No, sadly. Not sadly a profitable one. I've never sold a painting. It's a source of considerable embarrassment. I would be able to get by were it only me. daughter? Her mother grew weary of me and left. I don't want her to grow up needy, Mr. Wright. That is why I began my other occupation. Forgeries. Don't look at me with those eyes. I know what it is that I do. More than half the paintings they bring me are stolen. Who knows what my copies are used for? But some of your works aren't paintings, correct? You may not believe me when I tell you this, but that was my first work outside of painting. What? Didn't think it would be used as evidence in a murder trial. Never even imagined the possibility. Then why did you take the job? I was well paid. Very well paid. I think he feels worse about it than I do. The past is hard to escape. Honestly, the sooner I can put this behind me, the better. With apologies to you, of course. Sorry, but it's not going to be quite so easy. He's trying to forget what he made. Looks like I'll have to remind him. Mr. Misham, I was wondering if you could tell me about this. I've not been in touch with the outside world for some time now. I'm sorry, but that isn't much of an inspiration to me. Oh, so now he's the sensitive artist. Your work. Don't try to pretend you've forgotten. Sure, all you did was make a copy. That copy might have destroyed the life of an innocent man. I'm responsible too, which is why I have to know. And you have to tell me. I knew it would be difficult to escape this. Then, let's talk. Well then, ready to tell me about this work you did? It was unlike anything I had attempted before. I guess it would be a little different from paintings. That is not what I mean. In all my previous work, it sufficed to create a copy. This wasn't a copy? The client gave me two things that day. The first was a sample page as a reference. The second, a printed document I can only surmise was written by my client. So you used the real writing as a reference to reproduce what the client wrote? Yes, as I said, it was my first job of that nature. So, who was your client? As I said in court, I do not know. Really? Even for such a suspicious request? If it was me, I'd want to know as much as I could about the requester. I never met them. Not personally, Cyclops. Ah, Cyclops. Of course. Seems like you're still hiding something. Something about this work. Do I even have documentation? I do not. Well, time to go to the future. Sorry, the present. Let's get some borscht! Present Day Borscht Bowl Club. What the hell are you doing here? Oh, it's not present day, it's past present day. I'll be taking my leave now. Still have some work to do back at the office. Then I guess I'll go back to my piano. To be honest, it's better when you aren't playing. This frigid culinary dungeon almost feels comfortable. Later then. 2 hours left on my shift. Wonder if we'll get any customers tonight. Do you know who I am? Who I am? No. But if you hum it, I can play it. Just kidding, I don't do requests. How about a different sort of request? You see, I play cards. Oh, a customer. I was just hoping someone would come in and save me from a night at the Keys. I seek a true competition. I've heard the Borscht Bull Club is the place for this. Now I see the rumor is true. And this is a friend of yours?
Don't mind me. I'm just your friendly neighborhood newsman.
He will not be playing tonight. When his business is finished, I shall send him home. This competition will be between us, no others. This competition will be between us. The Right Talent Agency represents 2 artists, and I'm number 2. I play piano. Well, sort of. And it's actually just a front for my real talent, which is playing poker. Don't ask me how I got started. I don't remember. But I'm good. Real good. It didn't take long for the rumors to get around. Go to the Borscht Bull Club if you want a real game. That guy's never lost. People don't come to hear me tickle the ivory. They come to watch me play cards. Is this a seedy poker club? No, it's a restaurant. We don't play for high stakes. There's no money involved. But real players carry cash, and they're always thirsty. It's a handy source of income for the club owner. Then, let's compete. I'll take you to the room. The hideout, yes. But, before we go. Yes? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Shady Smith.
Oh, and I'm Brushel, Spark Brushel, news reporter.
Oh, I'm... No. Phoenix Wright. Huh? You must always look a man in the eye when you make your introductions. You still do not know who I am? Have we met? You can't be. But you're... Zach Gramarye? Yes, the reincarnation act of the century. But I only have an audience of 1. You. Zach Gramarye? Oh, this must be a bad dream. In a sense, this guy ruined my life. You there!
Duh?
We'll play soon. Ready the room.
Duh, I'll be preparing the hideout for you.
Are you really him? The Zach Gramarye? I am Shady Smith. Remember this. How many years has it been now? 6? In exactly 3 days from now, it'll be 7. I caused you much inconvenience, I fear. Yeah, you could say that. Is she well? Trucy, I mean. She's fine. I've got her working already. Hope you don't mind. I need hardly express my gratitude, but you have it. This is why I have come. That, and to settle a matter of cards. By which you mean poker. Those eyes. He's serious. I despise losing above all else. And so I've decided I will win tonight, no matter what it takes. I know this guy's type, and they're dangerous. Everything's about the competition. All else is secondary. Perhaps we should take this time to talk, before we play. I know you have much to ask me. And I you. Present Locket. This person in the photo is Trucy's mother? How did you come by this? Trucy showed it to me. She said her mother was gone. Then it is so. Huh? She is gone. What more is there to say? Lots?
Nah, I know. You're still here? According to my in-depth research, Trucy's mother, Magnifique Gramarye's only daughter, end quote.
What? Magnifique's daughter? Is that true, Mr. Zach? Brushel! You say too much.
What? Why am I the bad guy? Why?
Zack decked him. In any case, Mr. Wright, this discussion is over. The last of Gramarye, the most mysterious of the whole lot. I need to gather me some more evidence, clearly. We competed that day 7 years ago, too. Ah, yes. He must have been quite surprised. Called to the detention center out of the blue. 2. 1. Showdown time.
Well, that's present day. Those weren't the cards that were put in the previous flashback. That's not the cards that you guys got 7 years ago. What was it? One of you had like an ace pair and it was like 2, 3, 4.
I lost. It's only a game of poker. A game I've played for a long time. And only lost twice. Who was the first? The man I killed, of course. You chose your defense attorneys by playing poker. Some are hired, others fired. When you compete, you see a man's true nature. You know what I speak of. I know you do. Trucy's power? Trucy? She's in a class of her own. For 7 years I've played poker here at the Borscht Bull Club. And I've never lost once. I'm good, but not that good. I win because whenever there's a big game, I bring in Trucy. She sends me signals.
Daddy, he's got a good hand. Might have a chance if you act quick. Better call him soon. Why do these people keep getting this specific hand?
Can you tell me what her power is? Judging a person's thought by reading their reactions is a staple of performance magic. Those of Trucy's line possess far greater skill. Her line? Recall, you were the second man to whom I've lost. Magnifique Gramarye. That was the first time I've learned of this power, as you call it. Wait, so you're saying her power is genetic? It's just in the Gramarye blood or something. Blood.
Blood?
Oh no. I'm sorry, but it is not something told lightly to the outsiders. To outsiders. And it is nothing you need to know at this time. It's some kind of Gramarye secret then? Fine. She's 15 this year? She's still trying her best to follow in your footsteps, you know. I see. When I planned my disappearing act, it was the thought of her alone that gave me pause. Wait, you were planning on vanishing from the get-go? Yes, and for that, I must apologize. However, I could not be found guilty that day, because of this. This? A transferal of rights. You see the signature? A transferal? That's Magnifique Gramarye's signature, isn't it?
Why didn't you give this to me? Why didn't you just give this to me? You better have a good reason why you're passing this me now, old man. What the fuck? You could have just handed this to me. We'd line up the sheet, we'd line up the writing, and look at it and be like, oh hey, the handwriting's the same. Oh hey, the tear's the same. Oh hey, somebody gave me a sheet with the exact same handwriting and the exact same tear. Either way, something's incredibly sketchy. And then Gavin wouldn't be able to pull his bullshit